Hello, this is Steve, your YouTube English teacher, and we're doing some speaking today in a fairly short video, trying to make a nice, fun, interactive video to practice speaking part 1 for Cambridge exams. We do have a visitor, in case you can hear some strange breathing in the background, who is here while her mother tries to catch up on some sleep. So what we're going to be doing today is thinking about different ways of giving opinions on personal topics, which obviously comes up a lot on speaking part 1 in your B2-C1 Cambridge exams, where you are asked these kind of fairly easy questions that everyone has an opinion on, which is what we're going to be doing today in the form of ranking. This is the tier list, a nice fun way of speaking about common topics. So what I'd like you to do is rank these carbohydrates from S tier down to D tier. And of course, for each one, you're going to give a reason. You're going to say, well, potatoes, that's got to be S tier because... and you're giving your opinions, you're developing your answers. That's the whole point of the class. Very nice if you can do this with someone else, if you can make it, taking turns, sharing opinions. That's the point of communicating, isn't it, of language. What I've done in my class is prepared some little phrases for you, so you can also be practicing some specific phrases that might be useful for this part of the exam. And I've done it in the form of use of English part 2, meaning there is one word that needs to go in this blank. What do you think, Kelly? Do you know the words? No, we're not speaking quite yet. We're only saying goo goo gaga. You've got my ranking here and then some phrases that went with it. Pause the video, complete these blanks. There is a little trick here. I've been a bit tricky. They are by far the most versatile, aren't they? Chips, crisps, roast potatoes, mashed potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, an incredible vegetable. And the second phrase is also far. That's not going to have an use of English, but as far as I'm concerned, a nice way of varying the way that you give your opinion. And tortilla is a bit dry and boring, so it's down in C tier. Our next topic is workouts, something that we love doing. I would like to be running right now in the morning, but it's raining. So rank these workouts, have your discussion about it. I think we can see what they all are. Think about your vocab. We've got a treadmill, we've got weights, we've got a climbing wall, indoor climbing, we could say. You could compare indoor and outdoor climbing. Think about how to develop these answers. And that's my ranking. Of course, weights is king because you can watch a series while you're doing it. And it goes, pause the video, what word goes in these blanks? What? You want to answer? It goes without saying, of course. But sometimes you have to not share the same opinion as your partner, which probably won't come up in part 1, but maybe in other parts of the exams. When you're giving your opinion, you are afraid about disagreeing because we're all polite people, so you're afraid when you disagree. And that's just my little opinion. Climbing, yeah, looks like fun, but then I imagine it's very difficult and frustrating because I wouldn't be very good at it, I suspect. Can you rank these holiday destinations next? Of course, we can see cruises, road trips. Think about your vocab again. Have your nice conversation. And then give your opinion in these kind of expressions. Pause the video. Look at my little ranking. Of course, I'm going to the beach. Why do you think I live in Spain? My way of seeing it, I'm giving my opinion, and I'm pointing out different things that contribute to my opinion. We can rank different jobs. Some typical jobs there. You're Bob the builder and Bob the doctor and Bobina the office worker and chef and so on. That's my ranking. And here are some expressions about these jobs. Man, I wish I'd been a doctor. Why didn't I study to be a doctor? Now I'd like to do it. But, when you're 18 or even 16, when you start choosing the subjects you study, it's hard to think, yes, I'm going to be a doctor. But from my point of view, at least I don't work in an office. At least I'm a teacher where every day is different and I get to talk to all the kids. And there's no doubt that you would learn useful skills being a builder that you could use. You're always going to have a job, aren't you? Always going to be demand for builders. Okay, we have one more ranking in our little class for common B2-C1 topics. Rank these genres that you might find in films or books. And I did it like this. I mean, what is The Godfather? I guess I'm just saying it's like drama, quality Hollywood movies. Of course, that's going in S tier. But in general, horror movies strike me as a waste of time, strike me as. And our last one, hear me out. I want to give my opinion. Just hear me out. Westerns are pretty fun in general. Just hear me out, right? Like that old meme from last year. Right, to finish, you should be doing this yourself. Think of your own category that makes it more interesting because it's something you want to talk about and have opinions on. And then put these items in it, and then we will have this discussion, or you will have the discussion in your class, in your preparation study time, where you're giving these opinion phrases for speaking part 1. I hope that was useful as we say goodbye. Goodbye.